Hello and welcome back to maybe the last episode, I'm not sure, maybe one or two episodes, depending on how long I want to play this. We have restored the Roman Empire here in its full extent, and we are at 1650 roughly, and we are the leading country with our development, because there's no China in this timeline. This pretty much disintegrated into chaos here and doesn't have any intention to reform apparently. So we are by far the leading economy of the world. And yeah, rating is development divided by current technology cost. Okay, so we are leading so hard compared to the other not top 9 here, top 8. So Russia is coming behind us, but they are also, and these are all in the east, so they will not get commercialization, and therefore none of the other institutions anytime soon. Quite funny. So I mean, how is Russia doing in general? So let's check Moscow here. They do have commercialization, but they are not embracing, they're not developing casual literacy here, which I find interesting. I mean, what's the problem with that? So casual literacy. Ah, they probably don't have the commerce reforms here. Yeah, it's spreading slowly into their realm, but they don't have the commerce. I mean, they have the commerce, they don't have the tenancy reform most likely. So they didn't free the peasants yet. That's a problem Russia has always. So that's why they don't develop it. Yeah, it's holding them back. But well, if you don't want to free your peasants, then no. Okay, and now we are going to continue to build up our empire here. I already said last time, theoretically I want to reach 80% communication efficiency in almost all the realm, or at least very low autonomy in all the realm, which will still require us a lot of stuff to do before we can do it. So yeah, this war is still ongoing here. And we already checked it out at the end of the last episode, but to do this, we need to get the rest solved here. We still have some improvements to do here, but these are all ongoing, more or less. We also have to get into the Danubian basin here. So that's still a thing to do. Of course, the east is also a thing we want to fix eventually. But I think this is a higher priority project here right now, which requires us to probably build up some hard purchase first, and then we have to see where we build a capital here. Now we just got the notification that academia now is in Constantinople itself. Of course, that's not enough. It's only 2.7% of our development, but it's spreading all over the place, as we can see here. So that shouldn't be a problem. And of course, we are going to renew the grain dole here. Oh, we can do stuff with the nobility again. So when is the demote to run out? In... yeah, that's still a while away until that runs out. So we could consider to do another expropriation here. What could we take from them? Let's maybe take some forestry this time. Yeah, it's only minus 40, so yes. Perfect. Just cut down their wealth further. And therefore increase our tax income, because the peasants are of course much easier to be taxed here. How much do we overcap again? Is that from the last integration? Probably, right? Yeah, 130. But we don't really have a lot of anything. I don't think we can do another... no, we can't do a land transfer, so we are going to do this when the other has run out. Oh, wait a second. Also, there's the new king coming in 3 years. Yep. So, let's check out stuff here. I think we want to continue... No, wait a second. We wanted to save up stuff for Constantinople first. So here we wanted to build Harborage level 7. That's a long-term project. Because it's going to require a lot of units. Only 1,300 cash by now. Because it has built Harbораges over time. And then we could continue building... So capital level 3 is already under construction. But we could build level 4 already. We can't because we don't have the... So we have to wait until some stuff has been built here before we can queue up even further stuff. Okay, fine with me. So we let this happen. So instead we can check out... Now let's go to Hungary here. So we saw that our communication efficiency here in Belgrade is 69%. The city is still growing. It receives immediately from Constantinople, either from the harborage or from the pathing stuff here. What could we do to boost the city up? We could build a harborage here, just to make it richer. Oh wait, we need to pick it first. So... Also, we need a harborage here to then transfer northward. We want a harborage level 3 here. Yes. And then we probably should invest heavily into it. So, like, let's completely blow it out of the order. Like this. So, and then we continue forward here. So, we are here at this point. So the next harbораges we want are, for example, Pest and Vienna here. So we should also... Okay, this one has 80,000 and this one has 30,000. So we need amenities 3 here. That's priority number 1. And then we do... amenities 4 here. Amenities 4. Oh, we can't. Okay, and then the next step would be to get Harbораges level 3 here as well. And then we want a capital here in Vienna. I think that's a good idea. Because it's a big city that can afford this. It also still has a lot of room to grow into rural population still. So that's also something we can use here. And yeah, I think we can just use what we got here. Still is Catholic though. They have to really start converting this one. Yeah, I think so amenities, harborage, and then afterwards a capital is a really good idea here. Because we're currently at... Let's see. When the tick is done. Come on, game. Why so slow? What's happening? Okay. So we're only at 50% here. A capital would get us 8% reduction. So that would be a decent chunk, actually. That we would get from there, plus the harborage, which is going to make things a lot cheaper. So let's do this here. And then we pick Pest again. Harborage here was... Yeah, so then we do harborage level 3 here. Which costs us 3,000. Okay. And then we have to check to go further west here. So from here, we can still go somewhere here. And do we have a big city somewhere? Oh yeah, we do have a decent city here. 10k. Oh no, that's not our city anymore. So it has to be this one or Regensburg itself. Castra Regina. One of these. Ideally, probably Mainburg would be best, I guess. Because we can then jump into the next river section here. Yeah. Ideally, we want to also connect this river section here. But I think we are going to stop here for the moment, and then we focus in on this one here, so that we build up our connection into France. And we also build France up itself here. And then the northern bits afterwards. So we just get our key cities for communication efficiency going with the income that we got here. So now I'm just waiting for the war to end, and then I go after the stuff here. So we attack Badu Tamim here to take out what we can. Maybe we go after Arabia afterwards, just for fun. But this has time. We could also just loot Central Germany here to make a new vessel. But we're not in a hurry here. So what we can do though is take up our dip here because we are super far behind. I mean not super far, but decently behind. Did we get new ships? Oh, there's Academia again. So we just get some stuff from this. And just got the event, but we still only have one province here. And our army is auto-sieging stuff in the east. Yeah, I think I like the idea of creating some vessels around us here. So England, Germany, and here in the Near East. But we don't have a hurry here. Okay, what should we need again? Almost there. And then we already shift our focus westward. Okay, now we can make it. There we go. So, this one is as said done, so we can't queue up more stuff in there. Let's make an... Oh, can't hurt to have one. So, next step would be... Do we go to Marseille immediately, or do we need to fix something here? I think the amenities are already queued up here. Right, yes. So we are fixing these cities. We can still later upgrade to Harborage 5 here. That would get us to 80% for sure. Probably upgrade in Constantinople itself would get us to... What? Where? Where are we getting sieged? Oh, I have to... Ah, over there, where we are sieging stuff on our own. Okay. No problem. See, no problem there. We could actually consider to just take this tech here to make us a bit stronger in case they want to fight us. Okay, so I think these two are fine as they are right now. We could still improve this bit here. How's Naples doing? They're getting amenities, so they're busy. Sevilla. It's in good shape. It's still growing. This one as well. So we are going to build them up later again. So we already have 70% communication efficiency here. Capital infrastructure contribution 4% on this path here. And here. We can check this even here. So how much do we have here? 9% total contribution to 70%. So that's good. Yeah, I think we're going to focus here. So what can we do here? We first of all need to make amenities 4 here now. And then the question is, do we build a capital here directly? Oh no, stability loss, that's not cool. Can't do anything against that there. Oh, but we can transfer property. So we can do... what did we want to transfer? Forgot again. Forestries or industrial. Let's do forestries. I really should code the 100% button here. Oh, they are furious about this. Why? That's not cool. So maybe industrial instead? I really have rebel problems now. Okay, we can't reform currently, apparently. So that's not cool, but whatever. We have to survive this. So we are at 77% here. I'm not sure how much a capital will get us here compared to harborage. So I think it's more interesting to consider going up the river here and, for example, doing it Lyon, or better here in De Beer. I think that's a good idea. So we build something here. Yeah, so we just built amenities 4 here and then a harborage level 5. Keep this province going up. And then we transfer over here and continue building there. And this will solve this bit here. Get us really good autonomies there long term. These rebel problems here will dissipate over time when the conversions are done, but that's still taking a long time from now on. But yeah, fine. Let's speed forward a bit because this war is a little bit annoying. And then let's see where we are. Okay, I've progressed a little and our regency is finally over. So we got a Grey Eminence heir, which is quite nice, but not really important anymore at this point. So the bigger problem will be that we actually need an heir here, which we have been struggling lately with. Now meanwhile, I have started to build the harborage and amenities here, as I discussed on the Lyon river network. I also started a harborage here in Paris, so level 3 one, and some harborages up here on the entrance to the Seine, which we can later extend into this direction if you want to. But for the moment now we are going to switch focus here on these provinces here. So this one as well, and then we have rivers here. But I don't know where we have cities. This one, Toulouse apparently. And about this one, there's also a city we can use. And then also these ones here. We're going to all build them relatively similar. So we are going to get them to amenities 2 at least. Actually, we can go 3 here. Yeah, I think 3 is fine. And so amenities 3. That's quite some cash. And then we build harborage 3 behind this as well, just to get the connections here going, while we wait for other stuff to finish in the construction queues. For example, here in Constantinople, I think the capital still... it might finish in a year or 2, but we can just wait a bit here. And while we wait, we are going to declare war. I already brought everything into position here. We're going to jump on Derbent here, but also all its alliance networks here, which is Rajasthan and Kurdistan. So here we go. And then we just make it very simple for us here to just add everything to like this here. And then we can just set everything to automatic sieging. Let's send these ones to the Pretender Rebel here. And then we just start taking what we can here to create a new vessel here. I'm not sure who we are going to use. Could be probably Rajasthan, right? Doesn't really matter. We could also... No. I'm not sure who to use here. We definitely want some 1 or 2 vessels over here. We could feed Durban into the Horde if we want to. Might be something we can do. But I'm not sure that we need to. Okay. Was that already everything? No, Rajasthan is left. Okay. And then Sionik will be next afterwards. So now you can get out here already. Sadly, we have just been at war with Quarkonul due to one of the wars that the Russians pulled us into. So that's unfortunate here. But we can't change everything. So we can already start to peace out. Like this. Oh. No, that's a bad idea because it costs dip. We don't want that. So instead we just do 1 peace deal with all of them. That should be simpler. So the question is, who do we release here? I mean, we are going to jump on Banu Tamim here immediately afterwards. And Sionik, so that's a thing. Okay, can we just do 1 peace deal here? Ah, we have to occupy these provinces first. Okay. Fine with me. So do it. Loot, 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 loot. It's relatively simple and straightforward here. I'm not going to show everything there because it's just conquering stuff against technologically inferior people here. So it's just for fun. We basically won already. If you want to really be crazy, you could even pull a world conquest off from this, probably. But of course I wasn't greedy for 100 years, so if I would have just continued conquering as I already did in the past, then this would have been easily possible here. Also, I wouldn't have let Russia do what it did. But I just befriended them and said, okay, fine with me. Okay, we can send 1 army down here already because we need it anyway. There we go. Now you go out to Tigris again. And now we can piece out everything we can take. There we go. So Armenia will be left over with 1 province here. That's fine with me though. There we go. And now we immediately jump on Sionik here. So there. And there. Then we have you here. We can't declare war on you, right? Because of truce. Yes, we can't. So next is Banu Tamim now, which we can prepare. Go here. What does take you? Why does it take you so long to get there? Must be the mountains here. Okay, let's stack up here. There we go. That was Sionik. Gone. Quarkonul has to wait. Mansaran as well, because... Yep, we were at war with them as well. Sadly. So we just... prepare a second, and then we... Oh, we can't continue here? Right. So... Oh, There are rebels down there. Okay, let's get this army in position here, and we just jump on Banu Tamim now. We don't need to call in Alva here. That's not necessary. And then we also set up the automatic sieging here. For probably everything we want here. Or we can take, actually. So I think we are going to do a full-scale war here. With everything we can take. Like this. I'm not sure how much we actually can take in the peace deal, but that will be the question here. Yeah, so we are just going to let it happen. Meanwhile, we continue constructing stuff. And I'm going to just skip forward and show you the end result in the end. Okay, we ended the war here, and I just distributed all the provinces. And now we recreated the Jalarids and gave them a lot of stuff. We also created Rajasthan back from annexation, and we gave the Durban provinces to our Mongol fort. So the other stuff which is left here is in truce with us, so we cannot attack it. But we will eventually, and then clean up this stuff here and get the mission done. And probably, at least I like the idea of it, we go into Arabia. Not sure how we do it, but we will eventually. So that will be an option as well then. And yeah, so this will be attractive and we can spend some time with that. Now, the question is, do we maybe want to go here now and do something in the HIE here? Could be interesting. We could probably even invite Russia into it and just split Bohemia up. I don't know. Could be a good idea, I guess. We could at least move our armies there. But yeah, we are not in a hurry here. So do we want to... Yeah, we're going to embrace this one now. So, done. So we got Academia done. That's going to get us a lot of skill for our knowledge industries, therefore increase our profits even further. And I do think that I'm going to just wait until our armies are back into position here. And then I move them to the border here to Bohemia and Jülich-Klevsburg. And I do think I'm going to attack here and create some kind of a vassal state here as well. We do have a lot of slots left, so we can do quite some things here if we want to. First and foremost, though, we can royal marriage into our subjects here, which is important for our chances of heirs. I think the one we got isn't really great. Currently have a 9 one, and this one is also a 9. I think I'm going to get rid of this one and hope for a better one. So maybe we get one. Yep, and now we just move the army to the border here. I think we start with Jülich, as it's easier. And then do Bohemia afterwards. So like this, and then the last one here. Do somewhere like there. And this one should also move over to here. Yeah, so we are going to annex the remnants of the empire here. Get this done, release something out of it. We do have 3... Yeah, we have 3 vessel slots left that we could use. So I do think I want to have some kind of Germania here. Exact form of it, I'm not sure yet. Oh, come on. Really? You do what I wanted to do now. So they want Denmark now. Oh, come on. I guess we just Yeah, I think we're going to fight this and help them properly. So, accept here, but I'm going to just skip forward here. This, of course, is annoying because that was just our plan here to jump on them. Thanks to our friend here who had exactly the same thoughts as we do. Yeah, meanwhile we just continue building up. Okay, I have proceeded forward a bit. So we have Moravia on the map now, which is covering its stuff now. It's basically what we got from the war against Bohemia from Russia. They took a big chunk out of Bohemia and only gave us marginal gains here. I noticed that we can't declare war on Yuli here because they are Orthodox and we don't have a casus belli against them, so they will live for the moment until we get the next global casus belli, which is the imperialism thing. But that's still a bit away, so we are finishing up this stuff here. What do we have? Military culture. Yeah, nothing we care about. And yeah, so meanwhile, because I was bored, I took out the remnants of the Breton French and Ireland here, so that we now have Scotland on the map. And now I'm waiting for the truce to expire so that we can finish up Armenia down here. Until then, I have been building infrastructure quite heavily. So for example, we are now building all the important ports on England as well. All that stuff is done. We are building capitals here. We are also building Constantinople to capital level 5 now. So there is a lot of stuff queued up. No, we are not. It's only 3. We didn't have the money for 4 and 5 yet. Because we couldn't, because the other projects are interfering here. But Harborage is soon on 7. That will be beneficial as well. Now we do have this pretty massive realm here, which is upgrading stuff left and right currently. So everything is developing pretty nicely. Now there's one thing I want to do here, and that I want to build everywhere a garrison level 1. Just to no longer have any province which is... Oh. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. I wanted to do this, but apparently it's more expensive than I thought. Because there was a lot of gaps and we currently have a little bit of unrest problems with the Catholics here. Because our conversions are still super slow. I mean, Spain is almost done now and southern France is also done. And here the Lotharingia area is also almost done, or Burgundy area. But it's still super slowly developing here now. But the good thing is that our communication efficiency mode is progressing nicely. So we do see the benefits here now, and here over here, so we are up to 23, which is 75, yep, roughly. And even up here in England, which we're currently upgrading, we are already at 56%. But we are still far away here from... So Harborage 3 is under construction. We're also going to go in Amenities 4 here, and then into Capital 1. And we have the cash and the time. But everything is proceeding nicely so far. Also, our projects here are progressing. So Belgrade here is currently at... It's still very busy though. 72% now. So this is something we are going to get. We also need pathings here. And then we still have to do the lowlands here and the inner bits of France. But we can do this. Oh, also inner bits of Spain. These are also important. But we are currently upgrading Sevilla like crazy. So there's a harborage ongoing and a capital ongoing. And from there we are going to build a pathing. I think there is a... there is an ancient pathing which we are going to use and upgrade. So maybe we want to do this already. But we don't have the upgrade capacity here on Sevilla yet. So we have to wait until we have room for stuff in Sevilla, and then we make that ancient path here. Yeah, and for now, we just continue here. Because we're waiting for the truces to expire here to continue and annex that area. I would like to take the Horde here and annex that one, but it's also wrong religion and I don't want to burden the realm with even more. So that's a thing. So yeah. But what we could do, just to boost our economy a bit further, is that we dump some money into farmlands here. Let's see again. So this... What? Farmland. Okay. Don't know what I clicked there. What else? Cassia, these ones here. And... yeah, these ones here as well. Oh, we don't have the money left. Okay. Should be fine already. Push some migration into these provinces. Will be worth it. Meanwhile, Russia is really fat and expanding eastward with its colonists. So I expect them to go after more stuff and call us in eventually. But fine. We are relatively laid back here now and just upgrade what we own. Meanwhile, there is something we want to do now. Yep, we can. So we are over 40 influence. We can do reforms again. So we are going to... we don't have the dip. I forgot. So we need 350 dip before we can do this. We're almost at below 50 autonomy. Okay, so we just have to wait a few months until we have enough dip, and then we do it. So let's just speed forward until that point. Okay, here we are, and we are ending the conflict here in the east, which should finish up the last mission, which is missing. So there we go. Yep, there we are. Armenian Highlands now done as well. Perfect. We just take it as well. Now we can just distribute the provinces again. It's relatively straightforward here. Tajikistan is going to get these ones here. And also these ones over there. But in the end, we have now definitely expanded as much as we can. Or at least as much as we want, rather. So, this one and Sarab. Then this one is done as well. Perfect. So the only Hela here is missing, and the Iran provinces here. Not sure if I want to go for them. Oh, there's one Timurid province left, which I definitely want to take out eventually. Okay, we have a truce currently, so we have to wait. But that's fine with me. Now, we see some decent progress, by the way. So if we, for example, go to autonomy map mode here, we can definitely now see the impact from the hub riches here, and also in Lyon inward. And even up here, we can definitely see progress now. So this is really good. So we definitely see effects from what we have been building here. Of course, this is all still disjointed due to the religious minorities. So if we check this map mode here now, it's also getting better. I think I want to get this with a different color scheme, so let's quickly set that up. So other map mode. Oh, where are you? Are you not in there? Are you political? Oh, you're political map mode. So all my own provinces, we do super steep here. Red, white, green. Okay, so we see now that that everything is definitely far away from a 0 now, except this bit here where we just need pathings. So that's really good. Okay, let's switch to another color scheme again. So maybe we just had red, white, yellow. Green to red to white. Let's try this one. Okay. So everything is here in the upper layers currently. Oh, maybe super steep is too crazy. Yeah, okay, so the super steep is too aggressive in the calculation. So we just... How about take... Let's take linear. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Oh, I should have... So reload so that we have the bar next to it. Okay, so this is really helpful now. We see here that the really good parts are exactly our harborage provinces that we have been building up. And here, this bit where we have been pathing and capitalizing here, plus the capital here. So we definitely, I mean, we can see the pathing here to Belgrade. That's funny. So we definitely need to get in here now. I should memorize this fab code here, and so linear resolution, and then green to white over red. This is really useful. Because here we also know that these provinces are really bad. So this pathing project here, I think we already begun it, right? Yes, we did the pathing project here. What's going on here? Oh, it's also pathing, okay. So this will help out a lot. Getting into the center bits of Spain. We still need something over here though. But I think we have a harborage here. So we can build this one up. Even building stuff on its own. We also have this one building, which will help in this area. Yeah, I think everything is progressing really nice. This one, I also started on this one to construct. No, I didn't yet. So that's what I wanted to do next, right? Can we already afford it? No. So I want to build pathing here to get this one resolved here, because the northern bits are pretty fine now and still ongoing. It's quite funny that, like, getting into the southern western bits of Anatolia is slower than traveling to Portugal. Funny. But yeah, ships are fast. This also needs pathing down here, but I'm probably not going to build it currently. So instead I want to focus on the edges here now. So this one is under construction, this one is next. These are all under construction here, so we just need to focus on this bit here to get this better. And then these two areas here. And then we got everything done. Religion is slowly progressing, as we already talked about. It will take eternities. At least we are up to 95% religious unity now, but we just got 8% in the last 30 years or something. So this will take really long. And let's see where we are in regards to minorities here. And we are only at 63% by now. This didn't really change much. I think we were at like 58% or 60% when we started converting. It's just so many people here. Yeah. I mean, it's 61 million Orthodox, but it's still 20 million Catholics here in our realm. That's something we can also check. I know I just removed the pins in the south, but I'm going to end this episode anyway. So we check our population again. We're up to 81 million now. Growth has even increased. Nomads are shrinking faster and faster. Our resident... It's still struggling. We are not getting out of the negative growth here. The reason for this is still that we have a massive amenity deficit all over the place, which has to do with the fact that the cities are just growing uncontrollably and they don't have the amenities to cover it. Like these ones here. And they're probably not rich enough to build amenities yet. No, they are not. They don't even have enough to... Yeah, they... Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, this is the problem. But it will be solved eventually. Okay. And I think we are going to do one more episode here where we progress forward into... Oh no, wait a second. Didn't we want to do the reform here? Yeah, we wanted to do a reform. But I don't have 350 yet. I only have 259. So let's just progress a bit further. Meanwhile, the nobility power has almost reached 55%. So in the next episode, we are also going to gentry. And ideally, we also do in that episode freeholding. That would be really neat. So what we can do here now, I think we should just do it already. We take this one because we can. It costs us 20 loyalty on every estate, plus a lot of corruption, so we take it. Buff up our stuff a bit to cover the loyalty loss. Oh, what's that? Someone is rebelling. Okay, so let's visit them here. So we just need to wait a few months and then we can do the second reform and be done with it. Because this also means that we can do in the next episode this reform here. I mean, how far are we with the noble power here? That will still take 5 years, so... This reform will only cost admin. I think what I want to do... Nobody will care about that too much. So let's see. Oh no, text relief. Don't press that button. I'm not going to do that mistake again. So let's do the last bureaucratic reform. And then we also do the taxation reform here. Okay, they are taking care of their own already. So we don't have to go there. We're going to have a Catholic rebellion somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna defeat that if need be. So now the last reform here. Not that quickly. One more tick. Come on. There we go. Now we can do it. Oh no, it takes 200. Okay, so we have to wait until next year. So let's go to speed 5 and just progress forward until that point. Because we are going to lose a bit for taxation again. So we have to wait like 10 months or something. Meanwhile, the wealth of the nobility has stopped decaying. I can show that in a second. So they have reached a new equilibrium point, which is problematic, of course, because we can't do all the stuff to them that we want to do all the time. Which has to do with the fact that we constantly push them to 0 loyalty. However, it's still worth it to just hammer on them constantly here. You can show that here. So we are now 151 February. So we have to wait like 5 months until we can do the reform, which is okay. So what we can see here is it's okay. It's down to 2,600 again. That was down to minus 1,000 in between. But I think I took one more property hit, so probably that's why it went down again. I think I took some farmland again. Yeah, it was farmland I took. So their income has decreased to 11k now, or 12k. So they really lost like half of their income compared to when we started with this. And it will only get worse for them. And the consumption is 17k, so if they really won't cover their own expenses soon. Infrastructure, that will be missed though, which is a problem, but I think we can make it work without it, hopefully. Oh, we just got 12k in that short time frame here. A lot of money. How did we get 12k money? From where? Yeah. Okay, and now we do the last one here. Depoliticize hire of officials. There we go. And that's it with the bureaucratic reforms, right? No, there's one more we could do. So this one would get us even more state corruption reduction. Nice. But we require 50 bureaucratic influence, which we should get now due to the just taken reform. Yeah, we would get this. But that's another 200 dip. Ugh. So let's do the next step as well here. So we are going to do the taxation reform. We are going to get plus 20% state reach base tax efficiency. And we get more ticking state reach globally. It's not that much that we get from this reform, but... Oh. That mistake again. Yeah, so we just take the loyalty hit. Yeah, I'm not going to delay it. That was not smart to not have paid attention to... There, donate here. Even do... No, we're not going to do a lavishly endow. That we shouldn't do. So we just have to bite through that period of decent unrest here. Ooh, that's going to be a big rebellion there. So let's get another army into the west here. So can we do this one? So we do need just 200. But we would lose another stability from it. Maybe we just delay this last reform though. Did it not update yet? Minus 0.15 and minus 0.5. Okay, that's a bug. Interesting. Okay, so what do we do with the money though? We do have amenities 6 now here. We should prepare for 7. Amenities, harbораges are almost done. Capital is on level 3. So how about you up level 5 here? $8,000. Yes, that's a good use of my money. So this will take like forever to build, of course. But that's fine with me. Noble power is down to 26% here now. Steadily decreasing. Really good. And we could invest into urban a bit, but we don't need to, I guess. Because we also have the constructions ongoing, which are going to generate a lot of labor demand. So we don't need to. Come on. We didn't really build irrigations yet, when thinking about it. That would also be a good use for our money. In some provinces at least. Like Egypt, for example. We could have gone further there. Almost 5,000 growth now. Really nice. At least we are still positive despite our reforms, which is probably the most important thing here. Let's check here. What's our irrigation level here? 2, 3, 4, 1. I think pushing this up to on average 3 would be worth it. So let's pick the areas here. Down here as well, but I think they have still 3. Yes, they do. So repairing up to 3 again. Oh, that's a lot more money than I expected here. But let's do it. Now, wait a second. We wanted to build pathings in the rest. So no, we are not going to do this here right now. So I'm going to save this up, what we have here, and build our pathing project in the rest when possible. There we go, back to 0. That's important. There's a rebellion coming of some Catholics here, but all fine. Slowly but surely. Sadly, there's nothing else we can do to get more unrest reduction, except with the armies itself and maybe some garrisons, but there are some idea groups which can be quite nice this late in the game, like this one here with unrest reduction, or this one here with ±2. They can stack up nicely. If you have a small realm, you don't need that, but if you have a large realm like this one, it can be important, especially if you have religious problems like I do. Okay, let's check the culture one last time here. Egypt is almost done. Cairo has converted now to Egyptoi, or Egyptoi. I don't know. So this one, even Cayenne has converted now. Also, the whole Levant that we own is converted. There's still the bits which were the last strongholds of Sunni faith here, or Shia faith. All of this is ongoing nicely. Also, Rimsky is spreading nicely into the Balkans now. Italy is slow, but at least this one has, Calabria has now converted, which opens the door for Malta itself. 80% already, nice. And 37% here already, so this is really progressing nicely and quickly. Yeah, that's good. So soon this one can flip, and from there we can go into Tunis itself. Yep. Also, this one is spreading, so... Oh, this was also... One of these will spread first, and then the whole coastline will be exposed. Now the next step from here would be to spread here, so that the islands can get converted. But this is already ongoing. And Venice will also flip soon already. So we just wait until this is done. Yeah, this is progressing really nicely now. Low autonomy makes wonders work. So we are going to see a lot more culture spread in the next years. But yeah, the rest is a lost cause in regards to culture conversion. We are not going to get there in time. So, leave a like and subscribe. We are going to continue, I think, one more episode next time, just to improve on our economic situation and everything. but not going to do too much because we are basically maxed out on everything. And this is just for fun now. See you next time.